2020 Resolution 182, recognizing the League of Women Voters of Dane County. Whereas the League of Women Voters of Dane County celebrates its 100th anniversary of service to Dane County, and whereas the League of Women Voters of Dane County was founded in 1920 as a mighty political experiment by the foremothers of the suffragist movement and the National American Women's Suffrage Association, and whereas their goal in 1920 was to help the women who were granted the right to vote by the 19th Amendment understand and carry out their new responsibility as voters. And whereas with the success of this effort and the tireless efforts over the last 100 years to strengthen and uphold its mission to empower voters and defend democracy, the League has become a trusted, nonpartisan grassroots organization. And whereas the League has consistently been noted for its nonpartisan election information and its commitment to register, educate, and mobilize voters, and whereas the League believes that active and engaged citizens, irrespective of gender, ethnicity, or political affiliation, are the hallmark of democracy. Now, therefore it be resolved that the Dane County Board hereby congratulates the League of Women Voters of Dane County on this occasion of the celebration of its 100th anniversary and commends the League for its significant contribution to empowering voters and making democracy work. Be it finally be resolved that a copy of this resolution be presented to the League of Women Voters as a token of the esteem in which it's held by the Dane County Board. Madam Chair, I'd like to move approval of Resolution 182.
Erickson seconds.
Seconded by Erickson. Thank you, Supervisor DeGarmo and Supervisor Erickson. We do have one registrant, Carol Terrell, who is registered in support of the resolution this evening, and I do believe that we have someone from the League with us as well. Supervisor DeGarmo?
Yes. Colleagues, it's my pleasure to introduce Ernestine Moss of the League of Women Voters of Dane County to you today. Ernestine has been a member of the League of Women Voters of Dane County for 15 years. She served as the chapter's first African-American president from 2010 to 2012. Ernestine has also served as a co-chair of the Dane County Voter ID Coalition, representing the NAACP, and she's here today in her capacity as the chair of the Centennial Planning Committee for the chapter. Thank you, Ernestine, on behalf of myself and the rest of the board for being here with us today and for your tireless work ensuring all citizens of Dane County have all the information and resources they need to vote.
Staff, are we able to promote Ernestine?
Oh, you hear me?
Yes, wonderful. Thank you for being with us.
Good evening, and thank you for that introduction, Supervisor DeGarmo. Thank you to the entire Board of Supervisors for commemorating the 19th Amendment, which gave women the right to vote, and for honoring the League of Women Voters of Dane County with this proclamation, recognizing its 100 years of service to Dane County communities. It is my honor and privilege to accept this recognition on behalf of the Board of Directors and the League of Women Voters of Dane County. I am humble and filled with gratitude to participate in this momentous occasion and do not take it for granted. We give homage to our forebearers and trailblazers, suffragists like Elizabeth Cady Stanton, Carrie Chapman Catt, and Alice Paul, and Dane County's own Mrs. Walter Orrs and Mrs. Willard Breyer, who helped to shape the Wisconsin Women's Bill of Rights. Credited with the first Women's Bill of Rights in the Civil Union, signed into law by Governor John J. Blaine on July 11, 1921. There were other agitators and unsung heroes. Excuse me. There were other agitators and unsung heroes like Mary Church Terrell, Sojourner Truth, and Ada B. Wells, along with others who helped to keep the torch ablaze and shining bright. And as we go forward, creating the course of the next century, we want that light to shine ever so bright, to continue to draw people from all walks of life. In 2004, I was meandering around in the Concourse Hotel just after another meeting. I was approached by Clara Mercado outside the dining room where the League of Women Lively Issues luncheon was being held. She invited me in, and I said, "How much does it cost?" And she said, because I was not a member. She said, "I thought you were a member already." And she said that not to worry because there were extra seating. So soon after that encounter with Ms. Mercado, I joined the League and have been active ever since. Right away, the leadership provided me with opportunities to serve, develop, and to grow. And in 2010, it elected me as its first African-American president. I want to let you know that the League, with 100 years of service, the League welcomed all women and men and is ever changing to meet the challenges of the time. Our program for 2020 and 2021 is making democracy work with climate crisis, with a focus on diversity, equity, and inclusion. A little known fact is that the majority of the work of the League is still done by ordinary people doing extraordinary things. Dane County Board of Supervisors, thank you again for this honor. The League of Women Voters of Dane County looks forward to providing Dane County communities with another 100 years of service and creating a more perfect democracy. Thank you to all for listening.
Thank you so much, Ms. Moss, to you and to the League for not only being here this evening and the work that you have done in the last number of years, but in the last 100 years as well. So looking forward to the next 100. Thank you again.